Yay!
Yay! Hi, everybody. Bewitched Raven here, and I am here for week 4 of Days Till Dragon Con. And as always, I am here with the lovely Firehawk cosplay, Megan. Say hello, Megan.
Hello, Megan.
My ass. Ooh. I'm not even sure I'm allowed to say that word.
Can we bleep it? Can we add some bleeps in here?
I'll see if our editor can
Didn't even swear.
Bleep, 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 bleep.
Well, we are, what is it, like 50 days out? I know, right?
No, I'm pretty sure it's like 70-something days, right?
Let the panic attacks commence.
Oh, yeah.
Lordy. So, tell us about how panicked you're feeling.
Horribly. I felt so ahead for like the longest time, and now somebody said something about 50 some odd days, and I was like, I am so not ahead anymore. I'm so far behind. So I've been working like frantically trying to paint and sew and everything.
On a sinking ship.
Yeah.
Are you at least caught up on buying materials that you need?
No, actually, we have to do that this weekend.
Yeah, right. I'm doing this my Amazon cart. Every paycheck goes up, and I and I have to buy another load of supplies.
Yeah, we get ours like a little bit at a time, and I had some leftover EVA foam, and I had like 2.5 mats or whatever, and I was able to make the leg pieces for the Titan off of that, so I was happy with that. But now I'm just like, all right, well, now I'm out of EVA foam. What am I gonna do?
Preference. Where do you prefer to buy your EVA foam? Because I know there's a lot of options.
We like to go to Lowe's.
Yeah.
I can never find it at Home Depot.
They always sell it.
Yeah, they only sell it at Lowe's, I think. I don't know. It might be at Home Depot, but they don't like to help us, so we go to Lowe's.
I've heard of some people doing like Toys R Us and stuff and getting those little like kid mats and using that too. So I usually personally work with Warbler, so I like to hear everybody's preference on.
I'd love to work with Warbler someday.
So expensive.
A couple of friends of mine were talking about like ordering some, maybe, I don't know, I don't want to necessarily say knockoff Warbler or whatever, but it was like, I don't even remember how many sheets or whatever. It was like a ridiculous amount. It was like $300 for like 300 sheets of like knockoff Warbler or whatever. And I was like, can I get in on that? Like, I'm not like super rich or anything, but like I'll donate something. Like, I want to try some of this.
Seriously. Battered Stitch, if you're listening to this.
I'll donate my heat gun. You guys can just like bring me some scraps or something, and I'll work with fireworks.
Well, I know that we talked we did our week 3 update recently, so have you had a chance to make any progress? I know you've also had a birthday celebration in that time, so it's okay if you haven't.
Jamie's birthday, so I've been trying to work on his stuff. It's like, here's your little birthday present. I'm going to work a lot on your armor. So actually, I was working last night. Oh, there goes one of the pieces. This is the painted... There we go. Yay. Foot one of them. Ooh. And I actually learned a new technique with this, and I was really proud of myself because I've been watching a ton of videos trying to figure out how to make it look cooler. And what I actually did was take an X-Acto knife and just run around the outside, and then I put the heat gun on it, and it actually made it expand. And it looked so, I was like, okay, this is either going to succeed or it's going to fail really, really bad. And it turned out so awesome. And I just can't stop staring at it because I just love the way that the detail ended up turning out against the white.
Did you find that technique on a YouTube video or like?
Yeah, I watched Punished Props because he has a Titan armor build, and I was like, all right, I'm going to watch you and see what you do. And he did the heat gun and the knife, and I was like, okay, all right, I'm gonna try that, and it worked beautifully, and I was so happy.
That's really, really clever, actually. I would never have thought to do that either, so.
I was like, shout out to Punish Props, thank you.
You seem excited. You seem to be in a really good spot.
Oh, yeah, I have shoulder base. It's not
Whoa!
much, but yeah.
Ooh. Now, how do you get when you're cutting foam like that, your edges so smooth? I always like choppy jump bits where my X-Acto knife jumps.
Yeah, I had that problem. We had like just a regular utility knife, and then of course watching Punished Props, like seriously, this whole armor build is like, thank you. He uses these like they're X-Acto knives, I guess. But he constantly sharpens them, and we actually have the ones that like break off when the edge gets dull. But I mean, they produce like the smoothest edges I've ever seen. Like you just drag it down, and it is like it cuts like butter. And I was seriously just holding the pieces, like staring at them, like oh, these are the smoothest. Because we used to have the issue with the jumping, and I couldn't get it nice and smooth.
Right.
And it was really, really frustrating. But this, I mean, it's butter and it's the smoothest. And I was like,
don't talk about food.
no food. I'm talking about the EVA foam.
All the same thing.
Yeah.
But does that also help with cut down on like build time too? Because I know.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Because when I had to deal with well, I mean, it's not with this one, but I tried to do another armor set, and I know that it just looks, when you look at it, there's the jagged edges because I couldn't just smoothly drag it through the EVA foam. But this, I mean, and plus we have a Dremel now, so I was able to smooth and like, oh, it's just so much fun, and I'm just so happy. I get so excited whenever I get to use it. I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna Dremel all the things.
Now, as you build this armor, are you gonna try to keep it clean and smooth, or are you planning on battle damaging it up?
Oh, battle damage. I love battle damage.
You get a good shot, good usage out of your Dremel doing that.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, it's so much fun. Like I actually did some progress on my Reaper Siraka hood. So
let's see.
Last time I had it all cut out and everything. I don't know if it's really going to show up on camera. Probably not. Oh, there's a little bit. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool looking.
It's all what I did actually, and this was a total shot in the dark, but I did some research on like distressing and weathering fabrics because I'd never done that before. So what I did was I took some sandpaper to the edges of the cape and ran it over, and it didn't really look as well as I wanted it to. It frayed it, and it looked good, but I was kind of like, all right, well, I need a little bit more. So I took my heat gun and ran it across the fabric, and it kind of like sealed it almost, but gave it like a really cool looking destroyed, tattered edge to it. And then I ran a little bit of black paint along the edges just to kind of give it a burn look.
Yeah.
And I'm so happy with how it looks now. It looks really kind of grimy and Reaper-ish. So
that is an excellent way of doing that. Now, for those watching at home, though, watch out. Test your fabric, because some fabrics melt.
Oh, this one actually kind of, you might be able to hear the crinkle. Yeah.
Plastic in there. I did that for a LARP costume for a friend, and I was burning it. I was sitting down, and I was burning it, and a piece of the melted fabric dripped onto my leg, and now I have the best burn scar ever.
Oh my god. I actually, because usually I have this problem. I get really excited and I'll be like, okay, I want to go do this right now. So I take my actual pieces and I'm like, all right, let's go now. So actually I slowed down and I took a test piece, did some sanding, and then I took the heat gun to it and I was like, all right, I like how this looks. This is going to look good. So now I can.
Rational, Megan.
I told myself I needed to be this time. I needed to slow down and actually be rational and not be like, all right, I'm going to try this. And if this sucks, I have no extra fabric to make it with. So I had to actually be careful.
Nothing is worse than messing it up and having no fabric to work with after that. Just being like, no!
Yeah. I bought out all of this fabric from Walmart. They had it. It's peach skin, and I've never worked with peach skin before, and I just absolutely fell in love with the way the material looks and the way it fell. So like the weekend after, it was like Thursday, and we went back up there Saturday, and I was like, all right, I need the rest of this, and the rest of this. And she was the fabric lady was like, oh, okay. I bought like 8 yards of fabric.
This is mine now.
This is all mine. Thank you. Nobody else can have it.
Well, that's awesome. It looks like, see, you don't need to panic. You're coming along pretty well.
Yeah. I'm a little panicky about my warlock cloak because I've finally decided on what I want to do. And now I just have to get the fabric and pattern it all out. And I've never made like a super long like cloak thing. So
we'll get it done, and maybe that's something we can work on. We're gonna try to convene for a build day with mentors and season 2 casts.
Yay.
So maybe we can try to do that.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
So that will hopefully be one of our weeks coming up.
Yay.
Well, you know, is there anything else you wanted to show us for week 4?
I don't really have anything
cool.
else. I've got a couple more.
Like you're way ahead of where I was last year. So
I don't feel like it. Like when I look at all my stuff, I'm like, all right, well, I've got the skirt for Reaper Soraka and my hood, and I've got a lot of armor pieces done. But when I look at it, I'm like, I really don't feel like I'm ahead at all.
yeah, I know that feeling. Trust me. Well, you guys can keep an eye out for Megan's work in progress pics on the Word of the Nerd Facebook page, as well as anything will get shared on my Bewitched Raven Facebook page. And until week 5, say bye, Megan.
Bye.
Oh God, my mouse, it fell asleep. Bye.